Hey everybody, Jake, your resident content cowboy here, Yeehaw, and this might be a weird video from someone who makes videos about video games every day, but I wanted to remind you, or I guess I just wanted to talk kind of very honestly about something that I feel. And while this is happening, there'll be gameplay going on of Pokemon Unite, because as we all know, like you can't just look at a guy's face talking to you for like, that's crazy, right? So there'll be stuff going on while that's happening. But I've been thinking a lot about this, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about sort of how upset you can get over a game or a situation, and that I think it's important to not let anything have control of how you feel. I told you this is like I'm just trying to speak about something I see inside the community in Unite, but something bigger as a whole. You can't let something that you don't have control of, that you didn't create, that isn't your thing, that isn't your life, have control of how you feel all the time. I see some people talk about Pokemon Unite and how disappointed they are in it, and this meta, which, you know, I know we have a balance patch looming on the horizon. It's probably coming any day now, I assume, with Mimikyu's release. And they're very upset at this game, and I can see that it's making them pretty miserable. And I think, first off, being critical, saying whatever you want, whatever criticism, constructive or otherwise, you're freely allowed to have any of that. But I really do think that we can get into a situation, at least I know I have gotten into a situation, where I give more of myself to something than it gives me back. And I think it's important just to take a moment sometimes and recognize that that can happen. And it's good to sort of create those boundaries in your head as to whether or not something is going to hurt you maybe more than it should. Now, I'm not talking about winning or losing in a game and you just are completely unaffected by it. I lost game, robot. I won game, robot. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm not talking about feeling good. I'm not talking about feeling kind of bad. I'm talking about letting something outside of your control absolutely devastate you and control the way you feel about other things. Or the way you feel about your own life, I guess, or the mood that you bring towards your family and your friends, towards the real things that you have in the world, because you're upset about this dang thing that you can't control. Pokemon Unite and it being crazy bad, like the meta's horrible, it's completely broken Mewtwo-wise, an absolute disaster for the game, and it's like making a lot of people upset. It just kind of reminded me, there was a while back, so before I started making YouTube content, I was a performer. I performed live comedy in Los Angeles. I still live in Los Angeles, and I still do perform live comedy, but not as much at all. And I performed at this place called the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater. It's a comedy theater. It was created by like Amy Poehler and some other big names in comedy that are all really incredible. I took classes there, and I later auditioned and got put on a house team at the theater, and I had a running show for years and years and years, and I actually still have one that is at the theater currently with a group of people I perform with. And let me tell you, that place, I gave so much of my emotion, so much of my life to, and there were things about it that I would really have loved to have seen different, things I wanted to change. I didn't like that I wasn't getting exactly what I wanted out of it, and I let so much of my life be controlled by this thing that didn't love me back the way I loved it. And ever since then, I've tried to remind myself that with anything, like even this game, which has given me so much. It's given me you, who's literally watching this video right now. I'm very fortunate for the position that I'm in. I have to remember that even at times when it's quite bad, I can't let it take from me more than it gives me, right? Like, I can't let it ruin my day. I can't be so upset about it that I'm online all the time. Like, we need to fire the people involved in this. Like, it just can't take that mental space from me, even though I'm literally in it every single day. And I see some people, and especially some people who are, you know, like YouTube members or Twitch subscribers. There are people who message me that I talk with maybe more often than some other members of the community, and I can see how much the game being in a bad state is hurting them. And I guess I just want to say, like, it's easy to say, hey, don't let it. Hey, change your emotions. But I try to, if you could take anything from what I do, something I hope that you could have is try not to let something that doesn't love you back take that much of your mental space. So I know this is a pretty real video. It's so dumb of me that I'm doing this, but I just see people hurting, genuinely upset. I see messages where they go, I've played this game since day one. This is the first time I've thought leaving it. Like, I feel bad when I'm playing, and I get it, and your feelings are totally valid. And I just also hope that you can take a second and go, oh, I don't have to let the way this thing that has nothing to do with me, I don't have to let that define how I feel, I guess. I don't know. Dumb video. Hate this video already. But I've just been thinking about it a lot, and I wanted to make it. So, yeah. We've got a balance patch coming soon. The game should be in a much better state. Mimikyu is coming out. I think there are positive things to look at on the horizon. And I also feel like I needed just to make this for myself, because there are times where I let things affect me too much when things are bad. So there that is. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. You're great. As always, Nerf Mewtwo. We did it.